Welcome everyone back to the Reading Writing Corner. I'm your host for this episode, Leanne. And yes, in the background you see that I'm actually editing a video right now for this. And it's terrible audio for some of it. So I apologize. This is back when I was having issues with audio and everything. And I think I'm still having slight issue with audio because I don't know. I'm still learning how to do all this stuff on editing and making sure my volume for my mic is in the appropriate area. So basically what it is for this is that I'm doing a Tumblr blog thing that's going on here. And I just wanted to say, I hope you enjoy. I'm going to try and get the audio up where you can understand me, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So I hope you do enjoy, and if you see me insert myself again into this, that is the reason why. It's because it's terrible and I needed to edit this. Terrible. Yeah. Let's get to the video. I'm an avid Tumblr fan. I know a lot of people aren't because people have Insta, Snapchat, and all these other apps and stuff that they use like Facebook. But I really like Tumblr, and there is a multitude of reasons that I like Tumblr. But the number one thing that makes me go back to Tumblr time and time again is because there are a lot of people on Tumblr who have they have an account on Tumblr where they post stuff about writing. Okay. The number one thing that I like to do is write, and I like to read, of course. And so because they post a lot of stuff about writing, like writing information, like research and things like that, you get to do a lot of your own research through their websites, their Tumblr accounts, and find whatever it is that you're looking for. And if you're not looking for something, you can always pose a question to these people, and they will go out of their way to answer the question for you free of charge. So I just wanted to share with you my favorite Tumblr, the top 10 at least, that I like to look at and see posts about and browse through whenever I need to do some research for a story I'm doing, or just because I can, because I like reading a lot of other stuff just because it's there and it's interesting to see and read. So here is the first blog of my top 10. It's actually blog number 10 of it, A Question of Character. And as you can see, they talk a lot about, right now they're talking about NanoWoral. They're talking about calling all Shakespeare nerds, but they have things. Jeez Louise. Remember that your story is important no matter what it is, the theme or purpose is. Some stories are important because they call it action, a warning, or a wake up call. So this is basically a sporadically active writing support and advice blog run by Antique Symbolism. So this is who they do. They are antique blog. They are run by an antique blog, a sporadically active writing support and advice blog. So you can come on here and you can find all kinds of stuff. Like they give out answers to questions, and everything. So Anonymous asks, your blog has inspired me to try NanoWoral this year. And then the person's like, I'm so happy to hear that. It's a very rewarding experience. So they give you a lot of how to write and everything. They just do a lot of answerings. And they also do a lot of back and forth of blogging specific things. I like it because they do have some useful information on there about NanoWoral, and look at this Moonrose Coven, like I've got all kinds of stuff. Creating a magical system. Does anyone have any advice that can help? So you see, they reblog this because it's actually good advice. So they also reblog things that have been done by people who answer questions and everything. And what Tumblr is just a lot of reblogging what people say, ask, and everything. Because it's about sharing the information you have with everybody, so it can reach anybody who needs to have these kinds of questions. what are some traditional ways of creepily harvesting people's life energy? Sacrificing them on bloody altars? Eating their hearts? Oh, also Merry Christmas. I am happy I know you. All writers are actually like this. Yeah, we are. We are like this. We like to ask a lot of weird questions. And I like this because it's a question of character. You've got a lot of questions. Here's the questions of character. The next blog is Words and Stuff. And Words and Stuff, master post is this master list of plot development, character development, world building, research, resources, prompts, challenges, drafting, editing by genre, Kate's advice, playlists, daily prompts, and author quotes. So they have a lot of stuff on here for all their stuff to do. So Words and Stuff has like 28 days of memories, Words and Stuff February writing challenge. So there's a February challenge. I don't know why they're doing it this year because there's 29 days in February. But this is interesting. So when characters develop minds of their own, something that people don't understand is that when you're writing a story, their characters sometimes develop their own information and they go off and they do their own stuff and they're just like, you're just like, why did my brain come up this way? Why are you running off this way when I need you to go that way? There's a lot of stuff in writing. So choosing point of view for your story, they got advice about that. Why are screenplays the way they are? So rivals to friends to lovers, which is something you see in a lot of books. And what do you do when you hit a snag? So a lot of it is on here. Like that was posted 2 weeks ago. So they're not exactly active, but they are active enough. Like 2 days ago for this one. 1 day, well, that was 1 year ago, but that was because it's master link and they've obviously put that there. So you can click on this master link and it's going to open up another part of their blog and it's going to give you key resources for plot development and articles and asks that they have actually answered. And you can always go back and, character development, all this stuff. So they have a whole bunch of places where you can just look for what you're looking for individually. Like you won't have a question about character development. Everybody does. So resources for creating characters or creating villains. Like look at that. Ads. I don't know why there was an ad there, but that's weird. I am following it, so I don't know why it says I'm not. So creating villains. See, this is also available on wordsandstuffblog.com. So they actually have a blog that you can go to. I'll even show it to you so that way you know what the blog looks like and everything. So if you want to go to this blog, here it is. And would you look at that? It's that's the weirdest thing ever. So start with the protagonist. Decide the why before the how. Get in their mindset and how to contrast with the protagonist. Create their vision. Pay close attention to detail. And they have this stuff. That was created actually 5 years ago. So they have all kinds of stuff that you can look at and see and everything. They even got writing prompts and challenges for you to do. Things couples can do together. 50 more things couple can do together. Dark quotes and prompts. You have sad prompts, Angus prompts, assassin alternate universe prompts. So here's a blog that gives you a lot of material for stuff you want to do for things. Like there's 31 days of January, 20 days of memories for February, and they have May, August. They got October and December writing as well. So there's a bunch of stuff there for that, which is awesome. So it even tell you, stuff about drafting. If you're having issues drafting, or if you're having issues editing, or if you want to know what kind of genre something is, they give you a list that you can go through. The resources for crime, mystery, thrillers. Pretty neat, don't you think? I think it is, at least. Words and Stuff is something I like to go to often for all kinds of stuff. Script torture is number 9, or it's actually 8. Number 8. Script torture is number 8. Torture for writers. You want to torture your characters. That's what you do. You'll never know love until you see this script torture post. I'm concerned. Okay, that made me chuckle. I don't know whether someone has advertised my post, but I do not blaze them. I feel like giving the subject matter and making an appearance. So, You know, they talk about any phone torture, which includes whipping people naked, including on their. Okay, there you go. So they ask all kinds of stuff, and they give you information about it. Yeah, grip torture is interesting. They've even got other places that you can look for stuff. I like to do a lot of the script ones because they are heaven when it comes to information, because that's specifically what their blog is about, what their Tumblr is about. And script torture is all about torturing your characters in any way, given shape or form. Even have a master post here, which you can go to, and it'll give you a master post of all kinds of information that they have posted about, looked about, seen, read, wrote about, to help you out. This was actually updated. It doesn't tell you when, but there you go. If you have a master post, you know, there's torture and fiction, or you as post disclaimer tags. This entire blog is a trigger warning for torture, abuse, human rights violations, racism, sexism, homophobia, ableism, and genocide. Read at your own peril. So it's really a great master post for torture. So if you're having a hard time thinking about how to torture your character in your writing, this master post, this script torture, is an excellent place to go to look for that kind of stuff. Now, on to blog number 7 in my list of top 10 favorite Tumblr blogs to go to. The Writers Handbook. It's helpful tips and tools for writing, inspiration, and motivation. The side blog. So they have a side blog. And they also have, now their assets closed, but they have a list down here of all kinds of stuff you can do, like the writing funnies, characters, plot, prompts, vocabulary, generators, dialogue, names, grammar, young adults, school, writer's tools, traits, research, and I think that's a theme they use for this. So you can see here that they have all kinds of stuff listed. Writing is the most insane hobby. It's like, is it easy? No. Is it fast? Also no. But is it fun? Well, sometimes you have fun writing and sometimes you don't. So this one is a lot like Words and Stuff, but at the same time, you will find maybe difference of opinion, or maybe something will click here that didn't click in Words and Stuff. So you don't want to just stay at one type of post that just generalizes everything and posts about everything. You want to be able to look around and find any post that really does it. And even though they haven't actually posted since November 27, 2023, that means they're still active. There have been posts that I've looked at from 5 years ago, blogs that I was totally thought were going to still be around today, and they're gone because they haven't posted anything in 5 years or in 2-3 years. So I would suggest always making sure they're still active blogs. But I mean, even if they're inactive, they still probably have some really good stuff on there that you can find, use, read. And stuff. Let's hear ways to start writing more efficiently. Stop writing with the word count on. And, you know, use a font like Comic Sans. Trick your brain into thinking that it's not important, that the writing can be stupid. If it's in a stupid font, you can't tell I despise Comic Sans. So, take care of yourself, like down here at the bottom. Very true. Very, very true stuff to do. So, we are now on to... That one won't go away like that. Scriptmatic is number 6. And Scriptmatic is all about an archival medical consultant for writing, which means it's all about medical stuff, like healing people and injuries and how to treat them. And this is like recs for WOMP writers, like Violence Writer Guide, hearting your characters, body traumas, and everything. This person actually has books written. Scriptmatic has a few, I think they're the ones that have a few things on Amazon.com that you can go to and buy books from. Scriptmatic has posted Name Your Characters, How Injuries Work in Fiction, the Scriptmatic Guide Book 1. So increase realism, raise the stakes, tell a better story. So they actually have this where you can get it on Amazon.com. There's that one. There's this one, which is Blood on the Page, Volume 1, a Writer's Compendium of Injuries. There's another one. Haven't done another one yet, but there are your script guide books. So this person has 2 books out that you can get. They're on Kindle. You can get them on paperback. So it's not like you're just for Kindle books, but they're amazing and I suggest you get them. There's Scriptmatic. You want to know how to do something? There's all types of things. Look at this. I even blogged hey, are there blacksmiths? I'm a hobbyist blacksmith and I'm here to help. So there's something. You got blacksmiths? As some features for blacksmiths, perhaps this kindly Tumblr could help. You know, you could always find somebody out there who knows something somewhere. Script a World is number 5. This is all about world building, writing advice. So if you have problems with world building, this is where you can go for it. They will be able to tell you all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it looks like this post here from way back in 2023. But their most recent post is from February 7, 2024, which is this one right here. Which is all about something or another. Okay. PSA to all you fantasy writers, because I have just had the really frustrating 20 minutes talking to someone about this. It's okay to put ability aids in your novel and have them just be ordinary. So, like I said, Script a World. This is all about world building, and they'll go and reblog things that they think is awesome. Look at that awesome design right there. It's seriously something to think about. See, look at this. Guide to Internet Search. They have all kinds of stuff. But they even show you stuff here. If you want this, there's you go. A long-term timeline of technical from the past. This timeline of technology. Wow, would you look at that? But I don't understand half of it. Ask me. Nothing. Evil biology effects have filled me with fear. So there's something else for you. Script a World is world building, and trust me, lots of people have issues with world building. So this is a place where you can go and get all that kind of stuff answered. Archive will actually help you the most, or you could search through the post here for any world building questions that you have. Well, they also have a master post. Will they even click on it? I mean, it takes you to a different place, but on Tumblr, it just takes you to it. Here's a master post of stuff. So before you ask, have you Googled it? Stuff. So they like to tell you that kind of stuff. So there's that. Ooh. Fix your writing habits is number 5. I think that's actually, it's not, but whatever. This is like number 6. 4. This is number 4. Yeah, there you go. This is number 4. Fix your writing habits. Things that may be causing your writing block and how to beat them. So this person posted this. Fix Your Writing Habits is a Tumblr to encourage the writer and everyone. Sometimes it can be by a whole lot of swearing. So if you find that you can't read stuff that has swearing in it, I'd avoid his blog. But it's really good to have something that talks about how to get yourself in the habit of writing, or to get yourself out of bad writing habits. And everything, like creating a unique self-insert character. Some people like to put themselves in there, and you have to make it more unique because you don't want people knowing who you are. Look, cats. You just love stuff like when characters develop minds of their own. See, so this words and stuff. They blog this from words and stuff. 8 strategies for improving dialogue in your writing. So they have all this stuff here that you can sit there and look at. And they're really active, because this is like February posts that they've been doing. Fix your writing habits. I like it. They have special post tags. That's because anything. All these blogs. That's anything here. What type of blogs do they think you should follow? This page is under construction. Free feel to browse, but it will be a little messy. Journal advice blogs. You have terrible minds. Some writers will spend tons of money on books on writing advice. Fuck that. Chick wig and blogs. Tons of writing advice with just to write. Make sure swearing and humor. Oh, look at that. I actually might. That blog. Procrastinators writing is inactive. Keyboard smash writers inactive. They even tell you. The writers helpers. Writing box. Reference for writers. Plotline. Hotline. They're all a little inactive. I looked. Because that was one of them. This hasn't been updated in a while. So, Chatwin and Terrible Minds. They're not actually a Tumblr, but they do have their own blog. So, this looks like it's something that you could sit there and look into and see about. And everything on your own. The Writing Cafe, you're all writers. How to fight right. Oh yeah, this one. Character development. Original characters. They got beta and critique blogs. So yeah. Here's this one. I actually forgot about this one. This is a good one for character development. Let's just start following them now. So this one gives you a lot of information about characters and stuff. So they got a beta critique, beta finder, diversity research blogs. Tumblr, they even tell you if they're on Tumblr. Writing with Color is actually Tumblr too. Inspirations, other blogs for research. So they give you a lot of stuff that you can look up and look into and see about for following them. This is a very good one. I'm already following. A little irritating. I think I'm not following the blog, but I am. Okay. When I just mentioned earlier, writing with color. So this blog is all about helping you write with color. We are dedicated to writing and resources centered on racial, ethnic, and religious diversity. So, they like to give you all kinds of information on how to write if you're going to write with a person that's a different race from you or different ethnic or religious diversity. They also have a master post, which this is welcome to the Writings Ask blog Askbox master post table of contents. So, what makes an ethic villain ethic or villainous? How do you offset it? So they have all kinds of stuff like villains. I didn't even know they had this on here. Nice. I might actually look into that one. World building fantasy species. Examples. So they give you stuff like that as well to help you out with what you need. So this one is a good one to use, and it's on my top 3 because if you want to write a character that is not the same race as you but you're having difficulty doing it, this one is good for you to use. Lost my mouse for a second. Okay. Number 2 blog. How to fight right. And you guys, fighting is hard. Writing fight scenes is hard. Writing good fight scenes that are accurate are the hardest things to do in fiction. So, a 3rd degree black belt and an Eagle Scout share their tips to help authors create realistic fight scenes and characters. That's who this person is. They don't give you much else but that. So like if you've already answered this, I'm sorry. So how much library is long hair in a fight? Look at that. They give you a long answer. For a character with that virtually can't die and regenerates in order to keep living, how do you make action interesting? So they give you all kinds of information about fighting with weapons, with your bare hands, with old weapons and new weapons, and maybe sci-fi fictional in the future weapon that don't exist yet. They've got what you want. So look at that. They got Taekwondo ground fighting. So there you go. They got what you need. You want to sit there and make your fighting in your stories realistic gunfights, sword fights, knife fights, bows and arrows, whatever you can think of that deals with fighting. They have it. And if they don't, you can always ask them and they will answer. I don't believe they have a master post list, and if they do, it's probably been lost in the plethora of information they give out. Because as you can see, their last post was the 31st of January 2024. So they're very active. And if you're watching this in the future, they're probably still active. Or at least I hope they're still active, because they're pretty good, and I read a lot of their stuff all the time. Even if I'm never going to use that information ever, I still read their blogs, because it's interesting to see how they respond to things and how they answer things. And never thought about that before, ever in my life. Okay, folks, so this is the number one blog that I recommend you follow, and I am already following it. I don't know why it says up in the top corner that I'm not. The National Novel Writing Month. Okay, it's a non-profit that believes your stories matter. This is their blog that they keep up with. The NanoWoral blog, the writing life all year long. They have all the things you need to know about stuff. The updates about their stuff that they do. 30 days, all about writing, right? This is all about the covers, because this was posted a while ago. Is National Novel Writing Month is in November. Most people think that NanoWoral means National November Writing Month. Because of the first way of saying stuff. And they do have they encourage you to write 3 times a year for 30 days, or 31 as July is, because they got April, they have July, and they have November, where you're got a goal to write. And November is their biggest one, where lots of people show up all the time. I like this because you can find a lot of people here in the community that are helpful, wonderful. They just love giving you information that you need, help that you need, bounce off ideas if you need help. They are a very good blog to follow, and I can tell you now that National Novel Writing Month is just a godsend, because they're there for you. They're there to encourage you every step of the way. Even if you write one word on a whole month, they will congratulate you to the ends of the star that you actually wrote that word. Yay! You wrote outlines and notes. Bravo! Come on, you did it. You did something. They're very positive. They're very go-getting. And they encourage. They even have a youth program that they do every year for people around the world to help you write, to give you reading material in youth classes for children and teenagers. That way, that encourages them to write. I love this blog. So those are my blogs that I think are important for you to follow. So as you can see, that may be why they didn't post it in 3 years. So as you can see, some of them have posted within a couple of days ago, weeks ago. Krishna character posted a year ago, and they haven't posted since 11 months ago for script torture, but the stuff is still good to get onto and see and read and look at. That's one of the reasons why I like Tumblr, is because I have a lot of blogs out there, and I mean, there's more than just the blogs I've shown you. There's all the people who post stuff that aren't in those types of blogs just because they have life lessons, like that blacksmith person. They have lots of information about blacksmithing because they do it as a hobby, so they obviously know a lot of stuff. So you can go onto Tumblr and you can see all kinds of stuff, all kinds of writing advice, all kinds of everything you can possibly think of on Tumblr that will help you do better in your writing and You can ask practically anybody on there. There are all kinds of stuff you can find. If you want to find an artist to draw for your book cover, there are artists on Tumblr that you can find and commission. Very happily so. I'd give it a chance. You get onto Tumblr, a lot of people say it's a dead thing, but I don't think it's dead, and I don't think it's going to die anytime soon, because there's a lot of people still on Tumblr who are dedicated to posting all kinds of stuff to help you out. Artists and writers with advice, and people who just work in a field and just feel like you should have this information if you're going to write a story. Like the script medic people, they are people who actually work in the medical field. Like the person who has a black belt or something in martial artists. Blacksmith whose hobby is blacksmithing. But here's a bunch of stuff you can ask me about blacksmithing. Opportunities there, they're not. And you should go ahead and look them up and check them out and read their stuff, because it is helpful, and I love being there, and I love browsing that stuff, and I love looking at it, and I read that stuff a lot because it's interesting, and I think it is stuff you think that you should get onto Tumblr and look up stuff. You go ahead and do that. I'm going to end this video with, if you think I deserve a like, comment, or even your lovely subscription, drop it down below for you. And if you want to see more of me and anything I can do for you, because this is a reading writing corner where we read and we write, let me know. We'll see you illusion.